Hello everybody, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be accepting all trades for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We will simulate 3 seasons and any trade that we get we will be accepting, so let's get right into this. Here's what our trading block looks like. We got Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, Morgan Rielly, William Nylander, and Elias Samsonov. So let's get right into the simming. I forgot to mention this is what our lines look like before we start doing any trades. Nylander, Matthews, Marner, Bunting, Tavares, Kempf, Yarncroke, Kerfoot, Simmons, Zach Aston Reese, Ingval Mulligan, Riley Brody, Muzzin Hall, Giordano Liljegren, Emgas Samsonov, and Murray in net. Here comes the bad trades. We're trading a rookie and a second round pick for a third and a fourth. Nice trade. Here's the next trade. We're trading Nick Abruzzese, Kaikkonen, and Lupinen for Hartman and Gorges. Gorgias? What? Okay, I messed bro's name up. Halfway through the season, the Leafs are currently sitting 8th in the Atlantic. I got no idea what's happening to us. We have 19 wins, 22 losses, 3 overtime losses. We got 41 points. And we are 28th in the entire league. Matthews is leading our team with 24 goals, 18 assists for 42 points. And Samsonov has a record of 12 wins, 16 losses, 3 overtime losses, at 893 save percentage, and a 342 goals against. Our next trade is here. We're trading a prospect and a third to Montreal for a third and a sixth. Right before the trade deadline, we are still 8th in the entire inside the Atlantic Division, and we are now 30th in the entire league. So now I'm just going to sit here at the trade deadline and just wait for any incoming trade offers. We are trading Hartman for a second and Drury. We are trading Yarncroke and Giordano to the Vegas Golden Knights for I don't even know how to say his name, and 2/3. Here's what our lines are looking like after the trade deadline. Not much has changed. We are definitely not making the playoffs. We're getting Bedard this season. At the end of the season, we finished in 8th in the Atlantic with a 34 win, 41 loss, 7 overtime loss campaign with 75 points. We are finishing 28th in the entire league. Matthews led the team in points with 54 goals, 37 assists, and 91 points. And Samsonov put up a 26 win, 33 loss, 5 overtime loss, 897 save percentage, and a 323 campaign this season. Brad Marchand led the league this season with 56 goals, 49 assists for 105 points. And Gorgiev led all goaltenders for 41 wins, 24 losses, 3 overtime losses, 4 shutouts, 903 save percentage, and a 296 goals against. Vegas won the Stanley Cup in 5 games against the Carolina Hurricanes. St. Louis jumped from 7th to 1st to get the first overall pick, and we are drafting 6th. We are drafting a offensive defenseman, 74 overall, elite medium with our 6th overall pick. And here's the rest of our picks inside the draft. We are sending a third and fourth and a prospect to Los Angeles for Walker. We are sending a second and a third to LA for, can't say his name, I know who it is, I can't say his name, in a third. We are sending a prospect and a fourth to Arizona for a third and a sixth. We are sending 2 prospects to Pittsburgh for a third and a fourth. We are sending a third and Drury, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name, to Chicago for a fourth and a fifth. We are sending a prospect and a third to Philadelphia for a fourth and a fifth. We are sending 2 fifths to Seattle for Fleury and a sixth. We are sending a third and Mete to the Habs for a third and a sixth. We are sending 2/3 to Columbus for a third, a fifth, and a player. Here's our lines for this season. We picked up Ryan O'Reilly inside the free agency. The AI did. I'm not controlling that. Here's our defense. And here's our goaltenders. And here is our trading block for this season. Halfway through this season, we're doing way better than we were last season, as we are sitting with 22 wins, 15 losses, 5 overtime losses, 49 points. We are 4th in the Atlantic and 10th in the entire league. Mitch Marner is leading our team with 17 goals, 35 assists for 52 points. And maybe we should have made Matt Murray the starter for last season, as he currently has 17 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shutout, 907 save percentage, and a 310 goals against. We are sending a prospect and a fourth to Edmonton for Bouchard and a fourth. Before the trade deadline, we are sitting second in the Atlantic with a record of 33, 19, and 8, 474 points, and we are fifth in the entire league. We got no trades that trade deadline, so our roster is staying the same. At the end of the season, we finished first in the Atlantic with a 45, 29, and 8 record, and fifth in the entire league. Mitch Marner led the way with 35 goals, 74 assists for 109 points. And Murray had a solid season with 36 wins, 21 losses, 5 overtime losses, 2 shutouts, 907 save percentage, and a 301 goals against. Claude led the entire league with 35 goals, 77 assists for 112 points. And Darcy Kuemper led all goaltenders with 39 wins, 20 losses, 3 overtime losses, 1 shutout, 898 save percentage, and a 340 goals against. In the first round of playoffs, we were facing the Montreal Canadiens. We take Game 1 5-4 from a Curtis Douglas overtime winner. Game 2, we take 3-2 in overtime from a Ryan O'Reilly game winner. Game 2, we win 2-0, and we are up 3-0 in the series. Or we complete the sweep on the Montreal Canadiens, winning 4-3. After the first round, Matthews is leading our team with 2 goals, 5 assists, and 7 points. Second round, we are facing the Ottawa Senators. Take a big 4-1 victory, and we are still undefeated in the playoffs. Jinxed us, because now we lost Game 2, 2-1. Bounced back from that loss with a 6-2 win. Game 4, we got absolutely destroyed, as we lose 7-3. Game 5, we let Ottawa score 5 goals in the second period, as we're going down 3-2 in the series. We take a 5-2 win, and we're forcing Game 7. Game 7, in Toronto Maple Leafs fashion, we get owned, and we are eliminated in the second round. Avalanche defeat the Ottawa Senators in 5 games to win the Stanley Cup. MacKinnon led all playoff scores with 14 goals, 14 assists for 28 points. Philadelphia jumps from 5th to 1st to get the first overall pick. A 64 overall sniper, top 6 medium potential with our first overall pick. And here's our draft summary. We are sending a second round pick and a prospect to Washington for 2 third rounds. And if it's just trades that are just for picks and no one good, I'm not going to show you guys them. How our lines are looking at the beginning of season, the number 3, the final season. We are looking alright. We got our rookie defenseman that we drafted. And our goaltenders are Samsonov and Wool. So we'll start simming. Trading 2 thirds to the Predators for a third and Carrier. Through the season, we are first in the Atlantic with a record of 25, 14-4. 6th in the entire league. Hughes is leading our team halfway through the season with 44 points, 18 goals, and 26 assists. And Samsonov is having a really good season with 18 wins, 9 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shutout, a 907 save percentage, and a 297 goals against. Right before the trade deadline, we are sitting first in the Atlantic with a record of 36, 20-7, 4th in the entire league. And I'm making my own trade, sending Carrier and 2 thirds to the Chicago Blackhawks and Phil Kessel. We had no trade offers at the end of the deadline. So here's our lines now. We have Phil the Thrill on the second line. At the end of the season, we are finishing first in the Atlantic with a record of 47, 27, and 8, and third inside the entire league. Marner's leading our team with only 79 points, 26 goals, and 53 assists. Samsonov having a great season with 36 wins, 20 losses, 6 overtime losses, 3 shutouts, 904 save percentage, and a 303 goals against. All forwards, once again, in points with 53 goals, 56 assists, and 109 points. All goaltenders with 41 wins, 20 losses, 2 overtime losses, 2 shutouts, 911 save percentage, and a 270 goals against. We are taking on the Washington Capitals in the first round. This video was taking too long, so it was simulated by the round, and we lost in the first round in 6 games. Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup. So that's going to end this video off here. If you guys enjoyed and want me to do another team, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys to the next one. Goodbye.